Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode. You want to say hey guys, are you?
Welcome to this week's episode at Priest Welsh Clydesdales.
Now, we didn't have a ton going on this week. We were just kind of busy doing regular farm stuff, but we are checking mares. We have 5 that we should be checking, as well as 2 in Quebec as well.
And we'll also be making a trip over to the Barrie area there to see M's parents and a new foal that is at a Blackgate Connor and a Willoway mare that goes back at a Willoway Carmen and Dayton Zoom.
We definitely want to see that foal. We became pretty attached to Willoway Nola. My parents lent her to us when we were starting our hitch out as like a spare, but we ended up breeding her and she showed a lot heavier than the average mare. So
yeah, she had a bunch of foals, and so she it wasn't worth it. We had enough other mares to use, younger mares that weren't in foal and needed the experience. So
yeah, but it was fun. We had Nola here and drove her lots.
we also have the foal's tail that we needed to get banded this weekend, and so we'll cover a little bit on that of the process we go through to do that.
So we hope you enjoy this week's episode.
Morning, guys. Today we're banding the foal's tail. So what we've done so far is we shaved the foal's tail up to where we just past where we're going to put the band. Mm-hmm. And we also took 2 cc's of freezing and put in there just with a little 22 gauge needle and put it right in where you're going to put the band, and we've given like 15 minutes.
Yeah, we always do it. We just we're a little bit late doing it this time because the foal had a navel infection, so we didn't want to have a bunch of stuff coming at her at the same time.
And it got to the point where the mare was in the 10-day heat and then didn't want the shit and all that getting on her and causing infection on that spot.
So tail docking is obviously a taboo subject, especially with like animal activists, but we thought about not doing it and showing you guys what we do, but that wouldn't be realistic. We're showing you what we do. Everybody does it, they just don't talk about it. So we just wanted to show you how we do it, and we try to do it as humanely as possible.
With the freezing, they don't really feel anything, and that's why we do the freezing, because you'll see by the time we put this band on, she doesn't even know it's there because her tail's froze. So
Hi, Unique.
So as you guys can tell, we put a band on and she doesn't even know it's on. So that's why we do the freezing. It just saves them getting all worked up. And the only thing they get worked up over is that when we put the freezing in, you need 2 people to do that. You see, she's perfectly fine. She doesn't even know anything's happened. But I've done it without the freezing, and they jump around, they get all worked up, and this is so much better. So that's her tail there. So it's been close to 10 minutes since we put the bands on, and as you can see, she's not even fazed by it. She still wants to piss around. She's a bit of a goofball, aren't you? Hey, a bit of a goofball. That's the best way to do it, is just put some freezing in there and slap the bands on.
I'll go play.
Hold her back, see?
Trade.
Oh, trade. Hold her.
Oh no, she's got your hat. Ooh. We are just on my way to my dad's house and my mom, but my mom is actually working today. We decided to take the car because the gas prices just went through the roof in Ontario. And so we have these little booster seats. And it's been one heck of a drive. I feel like they're a little bit more entertained, but fighting and we're about 50 minutes. 50. You having fun, Matt?
Yeah. Dream come true.
Bluebird doesn't have that much weight. Nanny's at work.
I'll go be a couple minutes here.
No, she's not gonna be here today.
Dad will go be here.
We get him dressed in the barn.
Sure.
At all, like, he's ready for winter. Oh yeah. What are you doing?
Chase him, guys. Make sure he comes.
Get him!
Come on, Granny.
Oh no!
Accidentally discovered that when we die,
Hey!
There you go. He's not getting out of there now. Oh, every time I go like,
We're here.
Still got lots of hay.
Right up there.
Careful. Mommy used to swing from that swing when she was little. Yep. I used to bring it over here and go for a swing. No, it's been shortened and wrapped around the beam. Because there hasn't been kids here. He gets in the way. But maybe we'll have to bring it down for you guys. Just upstairs in my parents' barn. Matt and I actually got married in here in 2015 when it didn't have any hay in it. We had to get married around haying season on June 13th. So it's kind of cool to see the boys playing it like I used to. I used to spend hours up here building forts with friends and swinging and yeah, fun times, right? Yeah.
Just listening to the Classic Series Redrive podcast on the way home. Boys are out.
Twins are out. Tucker is not.
Eating chips.
Just get me home.
Listen, there's a deer.
Bill.
I kicked the ladies outside today. It's pretty mild. They are a little pissy right now because they can see that I've been feeding everyone else. I'm gonna start with Ren just because she's a little more psycho than Rizzo. Hi. It's nice and toasty back here. Hi, friend. I just gave everybody a snack, so everybody is content. Got a little bit on her head. Yeah, it sounds like it's a little wicked out there. We have an exciting day tomorrow. The vet's actually coming, and we have 5 mares to Preg check. And we also have one in Quebec that needs to be vet checked. We just got great news that Dolly Parton is in foal, so we're super excited for that. Matt might actually have a last-minute trip to Quebec this weekend if Stella is confirmed in foal on Friday. So exciting times. I'm crossing everything. It is vet day. I was on it this morning. Hi, Tank. I was on it this morning, getting the boys out here around 8 o'clock. Figured I'd get halters on the mares that we are preg checking, and 9:10 rolls around. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like, our vet is never, ever, ever late. So I ran in to check my planner, and it's 10 a.m. So I'm ahead of the game. My blood's done. Now we just kind of wait around. The boys are playing outside. Swear, I'll make sure I block it out. I'm kidding. That'd be more like me.
I think you're rebreeding.
Rebreeding?
So you're going to be the one that swears?
Yeah.
But I mean, it looks great. She's got a 1, 2, 3. It's only a 4 yet on the right side.
Okay.
Fair bit of edema. Right side. Still quite firm, and in Clydesdale terms, it's still kind of small. Yeah, perfect for 18, even 19 days maybe.
19 days?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yay, Ren.
And 1 baby, is that all you want?
That's, yeah, I prefer.
Okay.
Filly with 4 whites.
Not sure on that. She looks like she's starting with a bit of edema, but let me keep looking. Sometimes they'll play tricks.
Okay. Okay.
So as you guys can see, it was kind of a short weekend for us. We didn't get a whole lot done. We just did stuff around the farm and kind of got stuff caught up, and we did the foal's tail. That was the big thing, and I did trim one mare that I didn't get on camera, but there's lots more to do, and I was by myself, so it's tough to get the camera angle on that when I'm by myself. But we'll definitely, I know a couple of people have asked about that. I'm not necessarily the best person to ask for a tutorial, but I can give you guys kind of a rundown. So we did the foal's tail, and as you've seen, that's the most humane way to do it, and we have good luck doing it that way. So it's already looking like it's shriveling up, and I don't think it'll be long before it's falling off. So we just keep an eye on that. And
yeah, no, she had no stress. She's a little fireball. So as you can see, we checked our mares. I did miss some of them because I was by myself. The boys were playing outside, and I was holding mares. So I hadn't talked to Matt in the morning. He had checked the mares with our stallion, and they were showing a little bit different. So I had my hopes up thinking, we'd be 4 out of 5. We were 2 out of 5. Matt had a pretty good idea because he had checked them before. So
yeah, and you could almost tell, like, a couple of them didn't have a real good heat, and so it kind of made sense when you checked them. I checked them that morning, and I could kind of tell that 2 of them were kind of showing heat, and not like a great heat by any means, but they were just starting to come in. So I was a little skeptical of that, but it's always nice to know where they are, so that kind of gave us a basis and a timeline for breeding the mares. So.
Well, it could have been a lot worse. Our vet could have came and said, you just missed all 3, but they're all ready to breed this weekend, which is fantastic. So hopefully we will do that. Matt is actually needing to go pick up Dolly Parton and Stella in Quebec. We're just waiting on tomorrow to see if Stella is in foal. They're gonna have the vet out to check because there's no point in driving all the way to Quebec just to pick up one mare. So it's kind of up in the air right now, and you'll see next week.
Yeah, we got Stella was actually checked after she had ovulated, just to confirm that she had only 1 egg, and we had noticed at that time the vet had noticed in Quebec that she had retained some fluid, and so it was about 2 days after she was bred that we had that they had ultrasounded her and noticed this fluid. So at that time, because her cervix was still open, we gave her oxytocin 3 times that day, Mikkel did, and when they checked her back, they had the vet out to check some of their own mares, so they thought they'd see if that fluid was still there, because that can become detrimental to the follicle, and it had cleared out. So we're pretty hopeful that, you know, she had a good egg and everything went well. We got that fluid out of her with the oxytocin. So
Look, we're getting hopeful. Got me today.
yeah, sometimes you get too hopeful, but they are Clydes, and that's why they're trickier than
that's
the
why
other
we
breeds.
do it. It's fun.
Yeah, so we do have Eastview Angel, which we call Lexus. She's in foal to my dad's horse,
Yeah,
Titan.
we didn't get her on camera just because
No.
it was tricky. She actually shows that she's in a heat, so I was having a hard time dragging her away from our stud and trying to get it on film. But she'll be the same cross as Dolly Parton.
Yep.
too.
So it'll be a full sibling to Dolly, and then the other one we got in foal is the mare that got sick on us there. So that's my mare Ren. She's in foal too. So it's good news that way. It's always the one that I said to you at the beginning of the day. I said it'll go completely different than what you think it will. So.
Well, Matt thought she wouldn't, just because she went through that colic situation where she had a ton of Banamine and sedated, and so that's like, I'm shocked that she is. Very thankful, but shocked.
So no, that's good. And Unique, we kind of figured, you know, it was a long shot, but she had come in and had no problems foaling, so we thought we'd try her on her 10-day. And I don't know about everybody else, but I've never had much luck on the 10-day heat. So anyway, she's not full, but coming into a good heat, so we'll get her covered.
Yeah, and then Legacy back to Steve's horse, and Rizzo back to Titan, and hopefully we have good news next time.
Yep.
But we appreciate you checking in this week, and we'll see you next week.
Take care, guys.